Hello and welcome to a new video. Christmas season is now upon us, but in Australia that doesn't mean snowy days, cozying up to a fireplace and drinking hot chocolate. No, in Australia that means stinking hot weather, beach days, picnics, and the beginning of storm season. So today I'm going to make something a little more practical for the Australian Christmas season and make some Christmassy shorts. I recently went to a de-stash market and at one of the stalls I found these three cords, which I thought would be the perfect combo to make some Christmassy shorts. I don't have enough of any one of them to make a full pair of shorts, so I thought it would be fun to make a bit of a patchwork color combo pair. And I think that while the colors are perfect for the Christmas season, there's no overt Christmas prints on them. There's no Santas printed anywhere, so I can then use them all year round without feeling like I'm doing Christmas in July. And then for the pattern, I found this one in an op shop, surprise, I know. And I love the asymmetrical front opening that it has and also the massive pockets. I think they'll be big enough to stash snacks, treats for Flynn, or even some presents I think could fit in these pockets. They're huge, I love them. It is a size 12 from the 80s though, so I think I'm gonna have to adjust the hip size a bit to get over mine, as well as adding the usual 2 to 3 inches through the crotch line that I always have to add when I'm doing anything pants, shorts related, thanks to my inconveniently long torso. So let's make those changes and then we can get to cutting. All the pieces for these shorts now cut out, and I think I got each color piece where I wanted it to be. So I think the red is on the right leg, the green is on the left, possibly. That's what I was aiming for. I'll find out when I put it together whether I did that correctly or not. But I'm going to start with first overlocking all my edges, but then I'm going to come in and do these front pieces with there's little pleats there and this front facing bit. My fronts are now together, and I did get the colours the way I wanted them. I wanted the red to overlap the green, and that is how it turned out, so yay! Now I'm going to put the back pieces together, which only have a dart, so they shouldn't take too long, and then I can do the side seams, and then I can put on the pockets, and look how big these pockets are. They're amazing. I'm gonna fit so much stuff in them. My pockets are ready to be stitched onto the pants, and look at the size of them. They're huge. I'm so happy about the size of these pockets. But I've just realized that I might want to shorten these legs a bit because I did add 3 inches up here in the crotch area. These shorts are now 3 inches longer than originally patterned, and I think that will take them to about knee length, and that is not the look I want. I probably want them to be about mid-thigh. So I'm just going to try these on as best I can without having a waistband or a center seam done up, and just see where they sit and how much I want to take out of these legs. And then that will tell me where the pockets are going to sit, because the bottom of the pocket actually lines up with the bottom of the pants. I have played around with the length on this red side. I started with 3 inches, which didn't seem to be quite enough, so I've now gone to 5 inches, and I think it's a pretty good length. It's a bit hard to tell where it's going to sit because I don't have the waistband, and I'm not sure how the waistband is going to sit because I haven't made this pants before.
but I think this will be a pretty good length. So I'm going to chop 5 inches off of both legs, and then we can put the pocket on. Pockets are on and I've got the legs together, so I am ready to move on to the waistband. However, when I tried these on to see the leg length placement, I did notice that the crotch was a little low. I think I added too much in there when I did my adjustment, so I might take a bit out of the top. So I'll lose a little bit of this overlap, but I don't think I'll lose too much. I'm only going to take an inch off the top, and then we can put the waistband together, which is a fun one. It has a D-ring closure, which I think will look really cool. Waistband is all finished. I really like this waistband closure with the D-ring and the strap. A good option if you don't want to do a fly and want something a little bit different. It's really pretty. The last thing to do on these is hem the legs. The instructions actually say just to do a small double roll hem, but I think what I'm gonna do is take these bits that I chopped off earlier, fold them in half and make a little cuff situation, but I'll put the green one on the red side and the red one on the green side. So then there's a little bit more of the mixy matchy colors going on. My shorts are finished. I love how the color blocking has turned out and these colors go together so nicely. Now let's go try them on. Welcome to Yamundi Markets, which is kind of our version of a Christmas market, except this one does actually go year round, every Wednesday and Saturday, rain, hail or shine. But I thought I would show you our version of a market. But as you can see, it is not freezing cold. I'm in my shorts that I made last week, and it's actually swelteringly hot and muggy and I'm sweating. But let's go, come explore it with me.